Hey guys, Christina Torres here. How's everyone? Today's video, I'm going to give you information on how to help your engagement, more specifically through video. So if this relates to you as something you're struggling with engagement, please let me know if the struggle is real for you, and just put yes, you struggle with engagement and these tips may be helpful for you. Also, let me know where you're tuning in from. So really quick, I'm so sorry. I am going to try to share this to my group. And if it doesn't go through, we're moving on. So I'm going to have about a few tips here, and then I'm going to lead you with the last one that kind of shocked me and made me think about certain questions I ask when I do my lives that I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess I didn't think it about that way. So I wanted to share with you here, and just let me know your guys' thoughts. All right, so a few things, if this is familiar for you, is when you go live, before you go live, or before you post your information, what you want to do is making sure that you're engaging with other people. So these are people that you want to connect more with. These are people that maybe you want to get to know better, right? You friend requested them for a reason. So you definitely want to give what I call loves and comments, loves and wells. Because likes doesn't matter anymore, okay? This isn't how anyone's algorithm. You want to make sure you give love to people's posts in their lives and give them wows. And those are more noticeable because a lot of people like, but if you stand out and give someone a love or a wow, they're going to be like, oh, who was that? And they're going to be like, oh, that was Christina, So 10 to 15 minutes before you go live or post, go to whoever these people are, go to their post and give them a true comment, like a sincere comment of at least 4 to 5 words, and make it meaningful, and then maybe give them some loves and wows on, whatever's underneath, okay? Another thing that you want to try to do is this is all helping your engagement through your feed, and then helping your engagement through your stories is when you go to people's stories, you can start conversations in there, and that is one way to get in their messenger for you to start conversations that are meaningful. Like, you want to make a connection with someone. So maybe they had a quote that resonated with you. Maybe they're showing them making a recipe and you're like, hey, what was that? So you want to go in the messenger and, not really just put an emoji, but also put in like a question, like, hey, what was that recipe? Hey, what did you make? Or, hey, I really liked that quote. Thank you. I needed that today. And thank you for sharing that. So obviously they're going to reply back, and voila, you're in their messenger. So then you can connect with them and then make connections a little bit more before you might want to ask them whatever question you've been wanting to ask them. But remember, when we start our journey of lives, when we start our journey of post, or our journey of just connecting with people in the messenger, it's about connection, okay? It's not always about the sell, even though we obviously have a business or product that we want to give to people, but we want to give value so people can relate to you and know that you're giving value before you ask certain things, okay? So those are just a few tips, and I want to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything on that part because I have my notes in front of me. Oh, and then one thing that I try to do, like honestly, I was doing it right now, my personal page, is when someone comments on your post or your live, you want to make sure that you let the algorithm sit for a little bit and you really want to sit down and make a reply back within at least an hour, because that's when the hour is when it's the biggest time for your algorithm, okay? And you, even later on, if someone replies later, maybe a day or two, they're watching the replay or whatever, you still want to make that time to reply back, because they're going to know that you took the time, either, whatever day it was, for you to comment the information to them. And like, oh, she took the time to reply back to me, okay? So these may be some common information that you might have heard. So let me know if you've heard these tips before. I know I've talked on a few of them. I think for me, an aha moment was really engaging more in the messenger through stories. So for me, I may like people's post, like you give them a love in their story, or like a wow or a laughing emoji. I'm not always commenting or making a conversation, but when I thought about it, that is the easy way to start a conversation with someone in their stories, and then hello, you're in their messenger. So that was one thing that I took away when I was listening to this information. So I wanted to make sure that you guys knew these are just simple things that you can do to help your engagement, okay? And when I talk about engagement, and this is information that's in my closed group, so if you're watching on my page, and if you're not a part of my closed group, I have more detailed videos on this. If you want that information, the link is in the bio. But what thing you want to do is you always want to engage people. Okay, think about what you're posting. So are you posting once or twice a day? I would hope that you're at least posting once a day. And give them an engagement information. Like, ask a question that's meaningful, ask a question that's relevant, share something that's going to trigger someone in. Okay, those are like kind of your morning things where you want to. And I'm going to be honest, I was always kind of like, this beach house, that beach house, this candy, that candy, whatever. Try to make it more meaningful. Like, I'm not saying not to use those. Like, we have a whole bunch of those in my ideas in my closed group as well. But what else can you ask? Like, right now in this time that where we are in society is kind of like, you know, what is, you know, maybe a question like, what is your favorite board game? Or like, what are you and your family doing for family time? I don't know. Something that's going to engage people to give information. And then maybe later in the evening, then you can do your lives to get more engagement, or you can do your business product or business post where you're giving value, not just being a spammer about that information, but you're giving value of what you have. And one thing I want to share with you guys too, if you're not someone who's doing lives and you really like you can't think about it, then I want to just encourage you to let you guys know, again, it really is a mindset. You just got to get yourself out of it. And I do have a few videos regarding this topic. So if you guys need that mindset, if you need those tips for Facebook Lives, then go to my YouTube channel over on YouTube, obviously, Christina Torres. And I have a playlist on Facebook Lives to help you get in that information. But really, I was in a team meeting right now on Zoom, and our main leader is a huge person that I just started connecting with, and he's awesome. And he was talking about, like, when he first started, no one's videos are perfect. He's like, but I wanted to get it done. So it didn't have to be perfect, but I uploaded it. But I kept going, and they just got better. And you always see, like, and make sure you fill your feed with your audience through value, not just your sell, okay? Because the sell will come later. And that's just something that we have to learn about, right? And that's what he said, and I'm like, oh my God, I think, like, totally I can agree with that. So one tip that I want to lead you guys with, that I was thinking, oh, I always do this. So let me know if this is you. First of all, let me know if these tips help you, and what tip will you utilize for your business, whether it's a live or a regular comment post, you know, whatever you're posting about, you can still do this. Let me know what will help with you, if these will help you, and which one you will utilize for your business. My other thing I want to share with you is when I go live all the time, guys, and if you're someone who's better into my videos, thank you. I always say, hey guys, Christina Torres tuning in from, you know, Phoenix AZ, whatever. And I'm always like, if you're watching later in the replay, put in #later. If you're watching live with me, then drop a hello, or, you know. So I was listening to another speaker talking, and she kind of was like saying, I'm not a fan of that. She's like, because yeah, that's going to help your engagement, but it's not helping you connect with somebody. And I was like, oh my God, like, that's true. But I always say that. So I have to train myself not to say that when I start my videos, because I've done this forever. Like, I've been doing this for a while where I'm just used to, that's what I say. So she said, instead of saying that, ask questions. Like, I think, hopefully I've gone and said to your guys, you know, ask questions. You want to ask questions. So the questions are, what is going to be more relatable to your audience, or relevant? I can't say that. Relatable to your audience, and something that's going to be more meaningful. Ask those questions, because it doesn't really matter if they're watching live or the replay. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess she's right. But you definitely want to ask them, like, let me know where you're tuning in from, because you want to know, first of all, where are people watching you, you know, around the world, from where. And if it makes you feel good when you know someone from Australia is watching you, or you know, somewhere out of the country, like, hey, my video reached this area, okay? So I need to retrain myself, like, replay later, or live, doesn't matter, Christina, like, that's not relevant. So focusing on asking those questions, and when you ask those questions, that's when you're getting those engagements. So when I'm doing these videos, that's why I'm asking you guys, like, hey, which one would you utilize for your business? And have you heard these engagement tips before? But I'm really loving this messenger tip. Like, you know, are you using your stories to get into people's messenger? Let me know how you do that, or how often do you do that, okay? So when you're going through your videos, or, you know, your post, ask those questions. One thing, if you're not going live, guys, when you do your post, and this is something I'm working on as well, I'm part of a few communities of other online business people that are not relatable to our businesses we have, but it's just a community to help each other. And they were saying when you're writing your copy, you always want to start with a question. Start with someone's question because you're going to get someone's intention. Write whatever your message is and then kind of rephrase that question at the end. So then you get someone to comment, especially if it's not a live, then they're going to be, hopefully you're asking the right question to them to help that engagement. So again, when you start your live, I'm going to try my best. You guys help me, my veteran watchers. No more live, no more replay. I'm just simply going to say, hey guys, Christina Torres. Let me know where you're tuning in from today's video. You're going to go straight to the hook. Today's video is going to be on engagement tips to help you. If this is something that you're needing and you struggle with, please let me know. The struggle is real with engagement. Please let me know your struggle, and is this going to help you and be relatable? Okay, so whatever that subject is, you want to ask them whatever you're going to present that information, whatever it is, and ask them if this is going to be helpful. And if you're doing like your beauty, maybe it's a beauty video. Today's tip, I'm going to show you how to highlight and contour with 3 colors or whatever, 2 colors. Are you someone who's new in doing contour, or do you know how to do contour, or are you a beginner contour person? Let me know in the comments and let me know if this is going to be available for you. So you definitely just want to start at least 1 or 2 questions with your hook, your hook of what your topic is, these questions, and then get into your tips. Okay, and then at the end, you always want to have your call to action, which is what we call CTA, and then asking that question again. So that's how I'm going to end here, guys. So I hope they're just simple tips, but I'm going to be honest, not all the time before I go live do I go engage with people because we're busy. We forget. I'm going to try my hardest to start doing that more for me, for my business, and also I'm going to be more beneficial when I go into people's stories, into their messenger. I'm not going to just put happy emojis anymore. I'm actually going to be meaningful, like, hey, I loved that video with you and your daughter. Hey, that TikTok was funny. Whatever that is, So I hope these were helpful to you guys. Let me know if this was helpful. If these engagement tips, how often are you engaging before you go live? So let's try to do that. Even if it's 10 to 15 minutes before you go live or post, it's really going to help your engagement. And let me know, has your engagement gotten down? And I don't know if it is or isn't, but it could be a lot of things around what everything's going through, why our engagement might be going down. A few things I want to leave with you guys is, again, if you're not part of my Facebook group, go over to my group so you can get more information of tips and tricks. Also, I'm started a TikTok, guys. So if you guys want to follow me at the end of the description, I will put my TikTok follow. If you're there, let me know and I'll follow you. And it's just a beginning phase. My younger sisters are all over it, so they're helping me, trying to get my daughter to do a video with me. And follow me over there. I did a video by myself the other day on Instagram, so I may share it on this page later, or I'll put my Instagram link for you guys. And if you follow me on Instagram, guys, I will follow. I promise I will follow you back. Again, if you want those Facebook Live tips, go to my YouTube channel, Christina Torres, and you will find the playlist on Facebook Lives. I am still in the process of uploading all my lives, so it's just a free library of all my Facebook replays. It's going to be a playlist on my YouTube channel, but it's a work in progress because I've been doing this for a little bit. So I want to go to my videos and making sure I'm uploading the ones that I feel that I've gotten better at, because if you guys go to the beginning of this page, you're going to see my videos were just beginner videos too. And I mean, I'm not saying I'm perfect now, but I feel more confident and know a little bit better. That's my son being a fool. So this is the timing of what happens on live video. So I want to encourage you guys, we all have to start somewhere. And just like my mentor said on his Zoom, was like, you're only going to get better if you keep trying. And I want to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything here. I just want to check my notes. So just basically asking questions. And if you're watching this later on the replay on YouTube, I'm going to link a video here also on how you can get 100 questions, or 100 questions of engagement. I forgot what the title is. I will link that video at the end of this video so you can get that. And if you guys don't know about that video, I talk about how to get 100 questions or 100 engagement comments or something like that. I don't remember the title. It's here on this library of my Facebook page. Just go to my videos and you'll find it. 100 engagement or 100 questions or 100 comments or something like that. How to get 100 comments through live video, I believe is the title. So if you're watching on my Facebook page, you'll just go to my videos and find that so it can help you more with engagement tips. I believe it's also on my Facebook group, but if you're watching this on YouTube replay, then I'm going to have it at the end of this video. So if you're watching Facebook Live here with me, if this was valuable for you guys, please let me know, and also hit that button and let your friends know. And if you're not in my group, I would love to see you there. So until the next video, take care and God bless.